Hey guys, this is Dan. So it's finally time to apply for financing for my Tesla Model 3. A sales advisor from Tesla contacted me and she's helping me through the remaining steps of preparing for a delivery, which of course includes figuring out how I'm going to pay for the car. Now over here on the account page for the Model 3, there's a couple of things that have changed. One, it includes the VIN number now, and that's useful when you're trying to get an auto insurance quote on the car. And then down here in the payment method section, if you have chosen to arrange your loan through Tesla, there's now a next button. So this is something that appears as you get closer to the delivery date of your Tesla Model 3. So if you click that next button, that's what brings you to this vehicle financing credit application. I'll go ahead and scroll through this a bit so you can see what's here. Never mind the noise in the background, that's my cat. Okay. And that's that. All right. So, interesting story. Something that is not here is a place to provide one-time use PIN numbers from the credit bureaus to allow Tesla to run a credit check. Now, I have all of my, I've frozen my credit so that nobody can open up a new line of credit without me knowing about it, basically. You may recall there was an Equifax data breach last year. They announced it in September. And like data from 143 million Americans was released, including social security numbers and addresses, etc. Basically what someone would need to be able to open up new lines of credit in your name. So I have frozen all of my my credit in all three of the credit bureaus. John Oliver does a really good piece on this, on the whole data breach, and has some good advice. I'll provide a link to this video in the description below. But he and last week tonight, they created this webpage. It's equifaxfraudprevention.com. We'll provide a link to this as well. But from this page, there's some handy links here that take you to all three of the credit bureaus, specifically to the pages where you can activate a freeze on your credit. And so I did this, and it didn't take very long. Some of them charge you a fee of like $10 or so to do this. I definitely recommend it. But anyways, when you are applying for a loan and they need to run a credit check, what you do is you go to all three of these agencies and you get one-time use PIN numbers that you provide to the lender so the lender can use that to run the credit check. Well, as it turns out, Tesla doesn't have any system in place to use those PINs. The sales advisor told me that they can't accept those and they wouldn't be able to use them. I don't know why. Like maybe their automated systems aren't set up to take those PINs as input, or maybe they just don't have any manual processes in place for using those. Or I don't know, maybe they don't have a secure method of retrieving, taking those PINs from you. Whatever the case may be, you can't do it. And what they ask you to do is to temporarily release the freeze on your credit for a 24-hour period. And during that time, they can run their credit check and get this stuff done. Now, this kind of bothers me. Basically, what they're asking me to do is put myself at risk of identity theft during that 24 hours so that I can apply for this loan. I don't know if that bothers any of you. So far, apparently, I'm the only one that has complained about this to Tesla. If more people complain, then they might do something about it. So far, they don't really have any plans on changing this. So for those of you that, if this bothers you, there are other options. Of course, you don't have to get your financing through Tesla. I have found that their rates are very competitive. So for example, if you go on to Chase, like their rates are 3.74%, which isn't nearly as good. I went and checked out my local credit union with which I have an account, and that's Ceslock, and it's a little bit hard to see this, but yeah, they offer about 3.24% as their lowest rate. And I believe Tesla's offering something like 2.74%. There is this other credit union called Alliant Credit Union, and this was recommended to me by someone on Reddit. So here I'm kind of on Reddit, I'm describing my concern and what's going on here. And down here, Logan INTX, he recommended Alliant FCU. So here's Alliant, and they offer the 2.74% APR. That's their lowest, at least. So same as what Tesla is offering, and I assume they accept those pins. I haven't actually gone through the process yet. So assuming they accept those pins, this would be a good alternative. Now, while this does bother me, I do like the convenience of applying for the Tesla loan. And I do like their customer service, and I do like how simple this is. So honestly, I'm probably just going to go with the Tesla financing and just do the 24-hour temporary release of my credit. I guess to be extra sure, after that 24-hour unfreezing of my credit, I could pull my own credit report just to kind of double check to ensure that there wasn't any activity that occurred over that time period that wasn't authorized by me. Yeah, so one thing that I haven't found out yet about Tesla's financing is whether or not there are prepayment penalties. So if you wanted to pay the loan early or make some additional payments to drop down your monthly payment or shorten your term, some loans will charge you penalties for that. A lot of them don't, and I'm assuming that Tesla doesn't. I sent them an email, I haven't heard back yet, but I'll update you guys on that in a future video when I get back an answer. That's pretty much all I have to share with you guys today. If you are interested in purchasing a Tesla Model S or Model X or any of their energy products, please use the referral link below. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like. My effort is to provide useful information that isn't available in other videos on YouTube currently. All right, thanks guys. Bye.